Good morning, MSL Nation. Well, today I'm having a look at the community garden here, little garden plots. I don't see anybody around. I was hoping to find somebody to talk to, but I'll probably come back a little later and do a little more in-depth on it.
MSL Nation! Fred Spencer in the house! Where I'm going, I don't know. Hope it's warm and sunny. Hope there's lots of money and lots of friends. Rains all night, suns all day. Everybody likes to play.
Is a sculpture up there of a peacock. Pretty nice. I'm also hoping to look at an entirely different type of community garden a little later today, one run by the Salvation Army, and where they grow food for the food bank, and that will be quite interesting. And I'm looking forward to talking to somebody from the Salvation Army. My new friend Barb. Barb, if you want to identify yourself and tell me your position with the Salvation Army.
Yes, I'd be happy to. My name is Barb Stewart and I'm Program Coordinator here in Penticton at the Salvation Army. And I'm so happy to have you at our community garden that grows for our food bank. The Salvation Army here in Penticton operates the Penticton Community Food Bank, where we see probably 150 to 250 people a day. And this community garden, which grows for the food bank, is our effort to bring more fresh, nourishing produce into that food bank.
Now, this is a community garden with a difference. It's not individual plots for individual people. Can you tell me a bit about that?
Yes, it is a bit of a difference because it is a teaching garden as well. Food bank clients and people in Penticton can come to this garden and receive the benefit of a little bit of education on how to grow. And in the garden, you'll see on the raised beds that there's going to be one vegetable per bed, and that's what we've set it up for. And you'll see over in the greenhouse, we've got our seedlings going this year, so the beds are empty. They'll be planted throughout the next couple months, but there will be one vegetable per bed so that we can allow for clear outcomes, clear growing practices, and help people so that they can perhaps learn to grow a little bit at their homes, on their balconies. We were blessed by a donation from the Vancouver Foundation, and last year people who helped out in the garden were able to take home a balcony container box and learn a little bit about growing for themselves. And those people are coming back this evening actually into Research House, and we're going to do a revival meeting where they'll plant once again this year those balcony container boxes. So this is an educational garden.
Now, you mentioned Research House. What's that all about?
This is Medical Research House here behind you, and it is owned and operated by Donna Benson. She does medical research with the BC Lung Association, with Alzheimer's Society, just a wide array of medical research practices inside this house, and she gifts us the land and the water to grow for the food bank, because in the medical research business she's very interested in long-term health outcomes of people who live in poverty, and just a beautiful woman whose heart is very much into seeing that people who live in poverty in this beautiful fertile valley of ours can nourish themselves the best that they possibly can. And so we share a vision with the owner of Research House, and that is healthy food for all. And we call this our Food for All teaching garden. And if you'd like to come and see one of the signs here, there will be a sign that will grace each garden bed.
Okay.
And one of the signs is already planted. The turnip sign here, and you'll see that it is our Food for All teaching garden, and the signage that will grace each bed is courtesy of Food Banks Canada and Sign Language Company here in Penticton. So if you come back to our garden in a month or so, you'll see all the beds planted, and you'll see the sign, the teaching sign.
Well, I will try and do that. Thank you very much.
Set up for us by Doug Maxwell, and a sifter that he created where we can make our own compost for the beds. And so of course it's a process, composting, and we've got 3 different, don't add compost here, add compost there, perhaps you can see the signs. So we just did a huge cleaning, and you just see a pile, but at other times in the month you'll see it quite organized, and for the first time we used some of our compost in the beds this year to grow with, so that was a real achievement that we've been striving towards, and we'll continue with that effort. And just this year we introduced for the first time, largely for the pleasure and nourishment of our volunteers here at the garden, we started berry bushes. We won't bring the yield to the food bank, but it's wonderful when the volunteers are working so hard.
They can pick a few berries.
They can pick a few berries. Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Do you have any connection with the other community food gardens, the ones that are for individuals?
Yes, on Vancouver Hill.
On Vancouver Hill?
We do. In fact, the people who buy or rent the space to grow for themselves up there on Vancouver Hill, it's called the Penticton Community Garden Association. They do a donation bed for the Salvation Army Food Bank each year. And we keep ourselves very well connected. In fact, Carol Allen, who we contract as a teacher here, comes from there. Her background was in developing that garden. So yeah, we keep close connections with that community garden site, as well as the Penticton Indian Band Community Garden. We work very closely with them. We share tools, we share information, we share all the resources, the volunteers that we can. And that's the Penticton Indian Band Community Garden. And we started out just in very basic ground level sharing, and have continued that on, and we'll continue to work very closely, just sharing in every way that we can.
Well, thank you very much, Barb. I found this very informative, and I'm certainly glad to see the community coming together and pitching in to help support the people who really need this nutritional assistance in their diet. Thank you.
Little tomato seeds that, I guess, they planted about 3 weeks ago, and they've been growing at home under grow lights, and this is their first trip outside. Now they're going to be going back indoors, more grow lights, and but we basically cut everything off below the soil level, and about that much of the plant is going to become a new root.
And what was your name?
It still is Carol.
Carol. Okay. Here's another new friend, Hilma. Okay, would you just tell me your position, Hilma, your full name, and what your connection with this other garden project you mentioned that ties in with this one?
Okay, my name is Hilma LaBelle. I'm the project lead for Incredible Edible Penticton, and we supply volunteers and have a wonderful partnership with the Salvation Army Community Garden Program. So what we do is we recruit volunteers for community gardening all around the city of Penticton. The volunteers come here. If they don't know how to garden, this Martin Street location acts as the teaching garden. And then they can come on out to the other gardens that have been donated to us by community members. The one at Village by the Station was actually donated by Village by the Station, and we have currently a Kugel culture demonstration project going on there, which is how to grow with very, very little water, which really impacts, of course, growing here in the Okanagan in this desertic climate.
Well, thank you very much.
Just stopped at a dance for a few minutes. Wish I could attend the whole thing, but I've got a whole lot of stuff I've got to do.
If you like gardening and you like helping people, then I would urge you to contact the Salvation Army and find out more about their community gardens. I'm sure this program that we have here in Penticton is probably throughout North America. Now, I don't know that for sure, but why not check your local community and see if you can get involved some way, and if you can put your gardening passion to work in the service of others. That's my vlog for today. I hope you enjoyed it. Please comment below. I always like to respond to your comments, and I respond to as many as I can. Please like my video, please share it, and if you're new to my videos, please subscribe. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
MSL Nation! Fred Spencer in the house! Where I'm going I don't know. Hope it's warm and sunny. Hope there's lots of money and lots of friends. Rains all night, suns all day. Everybody likes to play. Hope I have lots of friends, lots of girls and some men. Hope I have lots of money. Hope I have nice and sunny. Sitting on a beach somewhere. Starship Betty will take me there. It's my strange life. Take a ride with me. My strange life. Never know what you see. He's the king of rock, the king of roll, the best you've ever seen. Come and see Fred on YouTube with Smell Fishy and Nadine. If you need a movie made, Fred won't take trash, cash for pay. He'll make sure all the birds are fed with his awesome homemade bread. It's my strange life. Take a ride with me. Like to kick it in my trailer with my warm boots on. When it gets too cold, then I add my long johns. My strange life. Never know what you see. When me head out of bed, him like to look me best with me pants and me shirt and me jacket and vest. My strange life. Take a ride with me. Got myself a bike, but me no like to ride. It take too much room, so me leave it outside. My strange life. Never know what you see. Me got me some Wi-Fi, me can stay in the loop. Me toilet done broke, me got nowhere to poop. My strange life. Take a ride with me. But that don't bug me, cause I'll never be a hater. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you later.